Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rajashri and today I am going to show the best skincare products for oily skin people. Let's get started. Let's start off the video by knowing a little knowledge about oily skin. So what is oily skin basically means? A person who produces more sebum than usual is a person who have oily skin. So what is sebum? We generally have two glands in our skin. One is a sweat gland which produces sweat obviously, and second one is a sebaceous gland which is responsible for the production of sebum. So what is sebum and what is the problem with excess sebum? Sebum is very essential for our skin barrier functioning. Sebum has a lot of benefits. It traps the hydration of our skin, and some studies also shows that sebum have antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. So what is the problem with excess sebum anyway? Because sebum have a lot of benefits to it, so why we are getting panic over having oily skin? Let's dive into that. If your skin is producing too much of sebum, there is a chance of getting acne, dandruff, pimples, breakouts, or any other kind of problems. If you have too much of oil production in your skin, there is a chance of your pores getting clogged. So clogged pores is not a good sign. You just end up with blackheads, whiteheads, or any kind of breakouts. So people who have oily skin are more prone to acne and breakouts and whiteheads and blackheads as well. So these are the potential negatives of having oily skin. So what are the causes of our skin producing excess sebum? There are a million reasons to have oily skin, but most importantly the main cause is genetics. If your parents have oily skin type or if your parents have dry skin type, you tend to get the same skin type because of the genes. Another reason would be environment, because our skin tends to change according to the environment. So if you are in a colder place, you don't have too much of oil production or sweat production. If you are in heat humid place, you tend to get greasy very easily. So the weather and the environment also plays a major role in your skin type. The other important thing is diet. See, your face or your skin is a reflection of your gut. If you have a healthy gut, you will definitely have a healthy skin. If you have a messed up gut, you will definitely have messed up skin. So eat well, have a nice diet, and you will definitely have a balanced skin. And the other thing that contributes to oil production is hormonal change. We tend to observe this pattern, like we used to have dry skin or normal skin back in the day, and now we have different skin type. That's due to the hormonal changes that happen in our skin, and it's very common. Few of us do simple skincare mistakes and we end up changing our skin type and skin condition. One of that is over cleansing your face. I have seen a lot of people cleansing their faces 7 to 8 times a day just because they have pimples. See, you are going to ruin your skin barrier if you do that, and your oil production is going to rise up if you wash your face 10 to 12 times a day. It's not at all good. If you have oily skin or if you have combination skin, it's recommended to wash your face up to 1 to 3 times max, not more than 3 times. If you are doing more than 3 times, then you are definitely going to ruin your skin barrier. The second reason would be using a very harsh stripping cleansers. The other reason would be not using a moisturizer. I have seen a lot of people saying that just because they have oily skin, they don't use a moisturizer. No matter what skin type you have, you should definitely invest in a moisturizer which suits your skin type and suits your skin concerns. So these are the potential reasons of having oily skin, and don't treat your oily skin in a negative way, because oily skin people tend to age slow. Because of the sebum production, you don't get wrinkles and fine lines very easily. But if you have dry skin, there is more chance of getting wrinkles and fine lines easily. I guess I'm done with all the information I was intending to give you about the oily skin. Now let's directly jump into the product recommendations. I divided the product recommendations into two parts: morning skincare routine and night skincare routine, so that you won't get confused between the products. So now let's start with the morning skincare routine. The first step in your morning skincare routine would be cleansing your face. If you don't feel like using a face wash in the morning, you can definitely use a micellar water, or you can use something which is lighter on the face, or you can simply splash a little bit of water on your face. So even if you don't use a face wash in the morning, it's okay, but I'm going to recommend a few face washes which would be great for your morning skincare routine. The first face wash would be my favorite, and if you have oily skin, trust me, you're going to love this face wash powder. This is from Shesha Beauty. This is their Tejaswini face wash powder. I love this face wash powder. It keeps your skin very fresh throughout the day, and if you have blackheads and whiteheads, definitely get this one. But I wouldn't recommend using this face wash powder twice a day, but if you want to use it in the mornings, that is the best one to go with. The second cleanser that would be great to use in morning skincare routine would be the simple refreshing face wash. If you have oily to sensitive skin, I feel this is a very good mild face wash. You can definitely use it at the night as well. But if you want a mild surfactant and a mild face wash for your morning skincare routine, I guess this is the perfect one for you. So we are done with the cleansing routine in our morning skincare routine. Now let's jump into toners. I generally use a rose water in my morning skincare routine because rose water is very calming to the skin, and if you have any inflammation issues, rose water works brilliantly for that. So I really like rose water in general, and please don't get the Dabur Gulabari rose water. That is not rose water, guys. That is water plus perfume plus some rose oil, something. That is not rose water. You need to get a steam distilled rose water. I really like the Kama Ayurveda one. That is a beautiful rose water. I really like the Shesha Beauty one and Vilva as well. Now let's jump into serums. If you don't want to use a serum, and if you don't want to use a toner and serum are two optional steps in your morning skincare routine. I feel serum is not a necessary step if you are a beginner, but if you want to invest in a good serum, I would definitely ask you to go with a niacinamide serum. If you have oily skin, niacinamide works beautifully for you. Niacinamide is a very safe ingredient to use. Even if you have sensitive skin, niacinamide works beautifully for you. So I would recommend you to go with a niacinamide and hyaluronic acid serum, but you don't need to buy both of them. You can definitely go with a serum which have both the ingredients like niacinamide and hyaluronic acid serum. Now let's jump into the serum recommendations. Guys, don't come for me, but this is my most favorite niacinamide serum. This is from The Ordinary. This is their niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1% serum. This is how the consistency looks. It looks a little bit cloudy, but it works really well. If you can't get your hands on The Ordinary serum, definitely check out the Sugandha niacinamide serum. Even that is a very good serum. As of now, I haven't tried any other serums from any other brands. I'm looking forward to use other brands niacinamide serums as well, but in the products I have used personally, The Ordinary niacinamide serum and the Sugandha niacinamide 10% serum are the best. If you can't get your hands on The Ordinary and you don't have the budget to go with the niacinamide, Sugandha's niacinamide serum, you can definitely check out this Niamax D gel. My mom have been using this gel for a very long time. Her dermat have suggested her this particular cream because she have oily skin. It is a very good starter kind of niacinamide product, but it's not a serum, it's more of a concentrate. You can definitely use it in the place of serum because it's very gel-like. It has a very gel-like consistency, so it absorbs very quickly into your skin. So you can definitely check it out. It retails for 250 rupees or 230 rupees, I'm not sure. You can easily get it on Amazon, or if not Amazon, you can definitely get it on any medical store. If you want to include a vitamin C serum, you can definitely include a vitamin C serum, and you can use vitamin C and niacinamide alternative days because vitamin C and niacinamide can be a little irritating for people who have sensitive skin. Like if you use them together, they can be a little irritating to your skin. So if you want to include a vitamin C serum, just because vitamin C is an antioxidant, it brightens your skin tone, it takes care of hyperpigmentation or any other pigmentation issues, you can definitely add a vitamin C serum as well. But I would suggest you to go with the Sugandha antioxidant serum or the Eclate vitamin C 20% serum, because both of these are not heavy on the skin. You can definitely go with the Klairs vitamin C serum, but its consistency is little bit oily, so I wouldn't recommend that to oily skin people. But this antioxidant serum and the Eclate vitamin C serum are very light on the skin. But try to use niacinamide and vitamin C alternative days, or if you use vitamin C in the morning, try to use niacinamide at the night. We are done with the serums. Now let's jump into the sunscreen. Sunscreen is the most important part, no matter what skin type you have, no matter what skin tone you have. Sunscreen is the most important part, and finding a good sunscreen for oily skin is very challenging, because most of the time sunscreens tend to sit very heavy on our skin and they tend to look very greasy on our skin. So having a sunscreen for oily skin is a very tough choice. But I have 3 sunscreens which work beautifully for oily skin type. First sunscreen, and the most beautiful sunscreen I have personally ever used, is from the brand Cures. They actually corrected me with the pronunciation of this brand, but I'm still not sure how to pronounce it. Let me show you the product. This is a beautiful sunscreen. No matter what skin type you have, this is a very good sunscreen. It absorbs into your skin very well. It's non-greasy, don't leave any kind of white cast on your skin. Now you might ask me, is it a chemical sunscreen or is it a physical sunscreen? It's a hybrid sunscreen. It has both chemical and physical filters in it, so you can definitely check this one out. And this is fragrance free. This has a mild fragrance to it, and that fragrance is due to the matcha green tea that is present in here. There is no added fragrance, there are no essential oils whatsoever. So even if you have sensitive skin, you can definitely try this one. And these are my recommendations for your morning skincare routine. Now let's jump into the night skincare routine. I suggest you to start off your night skincare routine with a double cleansing method. You can use a oil based cleanser and follow up with your normal cleanser, or you can use your normal cleanser twice and you can call it as a double cleansing as well. If you apply sunscreen in the morning, I would suggest you to double cleanse your skin, because sunscreens are very tough to get rid of your face, and you have oily skin, and if you don't cleanse your skin properly, you can have clogged pores and that can result to whiteheads and blackheads. So it's really important to cleanse your face very well. Currently I am using this cleansing balm from Earth Rhythm. This is their matcha green tea cleansing balm. I feel this is a very good one if you have oily skin, because this cleanses your face very well. This takes off your makeup, sunscreen in a very good manner, and it don't leave any kind of greasy residue on your face. So I feel this is a very good one if you have oily skin. If you don't like to use a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil, you can definitely use a micellar water as well. I really like the Garnier micellar water, the pink bottle, not the yellow bottle. It stings your eyes a little bit, so I prefer you to go with this pink bottle. So you can use these as your first cleanse. Now let's jump into the cleansers. For cleansers, I would recommend the Simple face wash. You can use this, you can use that face wash pretty much anytime. You can use it in the morning or you can use it in the night, and it's very affordable as well. If you want to use a much better cleanser, you can go with the Cipla Salicylic Foaming Face Wash. If you have acne prone skin, that is one of the best face washes you can ever get, because salicylic acid face washes are very good if you have acne prone skin, because salicylic acid or BHA works well with acne. So if you have acne prone skin, I would suggest you to go with the salicylic acid face wash, but try to use it 3 to 4 times a week. Don't use it continuously like every single day. It can dry out your skin a little, so use it alternative days. If you have sensitive oily skin, I would ask you to stick with a Simple face wash. I personally like to use chemical exfoliants in the form of toners more than in the form of serums, because toners tend to be a little bit gentle on the skin when compared to serums. If you use a salicylic acid serum, it would be more potent, because serums are obviously concentrates of any kind of ingredients. So I prefer my chemical exfoliants to be in toners form. So today I am going to recommend chemical chemical exfoliating toners for oily skin type. There are two types of chemical exfoliants. One is AHA, alpha hydroxy acid, and other one is BHA, which is beta hydroxy acid. Alpha hydroxy acid are water soluble, so they work on the upper layer of your skin. When it comes to BHAs are oil soluble, so they can penetrate deeper into your skin. They can dissolve the unwanted sebum production that we already have in our skin. So it's really important to have a BHA in your skincare routine, mainly if you have oily skin. So the two best salicylic acid or BHA toners I have used so far are from the Paula's Choice. This is their 2% BHA exfoliating liquid. This is a very good exfoliating toner. It has 2% salicylic acid in it, and salicylic acid works wonderfully at 2%. So if you see any product with higher percentage of salicylic acid, don't go for it, because it's proven that salicylic acid works better at 2%, and this has exactly 2% of BHA, and this works very well for acne. If you have acne, if you have whiteheads, blackheads, I feel this is a very good one. So if you are looking for a dupe, I would say that they don't have the same ingredients list, but I would say the salicylic acid toner from Dermitexture works beautifully as a BHA toner. This has so many calming ingredients in it. It has 2% salicylic acid, it has Centella asiatica extract, which is very good for inflamed skin. This also has sugar beet extract. I started using this recently and I have fallen in love with it instantly, as you can say. So these are the two toners I would recommend for oily skin people if you have oily skin. So that's about BHA toners. So you can use BHA toners 2 to 3 times a week. Don't use BHA toners more than 3 times a week. They can be a little too much for your skin to handle. If you are a beginner, stick to using chemical exfoliants only once a week. Don't go for it and use it every single day. You can potentially damage your skin barrier. So it's important to use chemical exfoliants 2 to 3 times a week, and you need to use them at night. Don't try to use them at morning. You can use them at morning, but no one wants to risk their face, right? So try to use chemical exfoliating based products at night, and mainly these toners at night. Definitely use a sunscreen in the morning whenever you use a AHA or a BHA in your skincare routine. And if you want to include a AHA in your skincare routine, I would suggest you to go with the Dr. Sheth's Gulaban Glycolic Toner. It's a very mild version of glycolic acid toner because it has rose extracts in it. It has rose water in it, and it has other ingredients like niacinamide, etc., which are very calming on the skin. So if you are a beginner and you haven't tried any glycolic acid toners, I guess you can definitely go with that one. But if you have oily skin, I would suggest you to go with a BHA toner. You can definitely use AHA, but I would suggest you to go with a BHA toner. On the days you are not using the chemical exfoliating toners, you can definitely use a niacinamide serum, or you can definitely use vitamin C serum, but never mix vitamin C with your AHAs and BHAs. They can be a little bit too acidic for your skin. We are done with serums. Now let's jump into moisturizers. Using a moisturizer in your nighttime skincare routine is very essential. Never ever skip your moisturizer in your nighttime skincare routine. If you have extremely oily skin, I would suggest you to go with this Sebamed Clear Face Care Gel. This is how it looks. The primary ingredient in here is aloe vera. So as we all know, aloe vera is very hydrating on the skin, but this doesn't have any kind of occlusive, which means it don't lock in the moisture. Anyways, aloe vera have 97% of water, so it's going to evaporate off your skin. So if you are using this, I would suggest you to go with a squalene on top of it, but you can use this at the morning. The one moisturizer I would ask every single oily skin people to get is this one from Sugandha. This is their White Lotus moisturizer. This is not the unscented one. If you have any problem with essential oils, I would suggest you to go with the unscented one, but the unscented one don't have very pleasant smell. It has a glue kind of smell. So I would suggest you to go with this one if you are very picky about your fragrance. Like if you are very picky about the fragrance, I feel you need to go with the unscented version, but this has a very tiny amount of essential oils in it. It never ever irritated my skin especially, but yeah, you can definitely use this as your niacinamide serum as well, because the second ingredient in here is vitamin B3, which is niacinamide. The other moisturizer I would suggest to the people who have oily and sensitive skin is the Simple Light Moisturizer. It is a very good moisturizer. No matter what skin type you have, I feel it's a very good moisturizer, but mainly people who have oily skin, I feel they feel more comfortable with that moisturizer. It's fragrance free, so it's a very good option, and it's affordable as well. It retails for 300 I guess, and it's a very good moisturizer. The next recommendation would be the Dr. Sheth's Haldi and Hyaluronic Sleeping Mask. That is a very good sleeping mask, and it's not a sleeping mask. You can definitely use in the morning as well, because it's very light and it's loaded with hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is a humectant. It draws moisture from the atmosphere. So if you feel your skin is dehydrated, I would ask you to go with that one. It works very well as a night moisturizer. If you are looking for something which is richer, I would ask you to go with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel, but it has ton of fragrance in it, and you are not the biggest fan of fragrance in your skincare, I wouldn't suggest you to go with that one, but that is a very good moisturizer. So these are my moisturizer recommendations. These work very well for oily skin people. So yeah, so these are all my product recommendations for people who have oily skin. I hope you found this video helpful. If you do, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and if you are not following me on Instagram already, I would leave a link in the description box. Please follow me on Instagram as well. See you in my next video. Until then, bye.